In this coaching carousel, right, of Penn State, they're looking for a coach, Auburn, LSU. If Brett Favre, if one of the ADs said, "Hey, Brett, we want you to implement X, Y, and Z," let's just say, you were the coach. What was the first thing you would do at these programs?
Yeah, it's a good question, and one that I don't think I have an answer for because it's a different game. One that really I think the state of college football or college athletics is one of the major reasons, if not the only reason, why Nick Saban left. Um, it, it's not necessarily about, really, it isn't about recruiting a player, signing, developing him throughout his 4 years. Maybe he gets 5 years with a red shirt. It's not about that anymore. It's about you go in and recruit a kid, and he says, "How much are you going to pay me, coach?" And that's I'm not that's a different game that I'm used to. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's the way it is right now. And I wouldn't know where to start, to be honest with you, because if you're tough on your team or your certain players, they may just leave and go somewhere else and play. Um, so do you keep your style and the way you want to coach, or do you alter it because of the state of the game today? I don't know. I just think that it's. Um, I think the older coaches certainly have a harder time with it, I would think, than the younger coaches, because they're entrenched in the old school mentality, and it's hard to shift gears and back off.
Our last college football question, and I go back and forth. Was it cheating that USC swapped out their jersey? They let the Northwestern know a few days before that their third string quarterback was going to come in, wear number 80 for this game, and he comes in and throws a first down that puts USC up. I don't really get the two college numbers, and I know they do it often, but they're saying it wasn't cheating on the Big Ten, saying it's potentially illegal. Where are we at with this?
Well, I don't know. I know a lot about football, but I don't know all the rules. Uh, that one, that one kind of baffled me. I think my first impression or impulse would be it's illegal, but the fact that they let Northwestern know that would take place makes me think it would be legal, that you didn't trick them. But I don't know the rules in regards to that. The fact that they told Northwestern they were going to or potentially going to do this doesn't necessarily mean it makes it legal. The NCAA, I think, has to point to it in the rule book, or I don't know, but you know just when you think you've seen or heard it all, something like this happens.
And I got to say, props to Northwestern coach David Braun, who said it was legally submitted and it 100% falls on me. He took responsibility, which a lot of people don't do. It was third string Sam Heward that wore it, but the Big Ten says now that USC should have been penalized. Kind of a weird thing. I don't know if that would have made Northwestern win the game or not, but certainly something to think
Yeah.
about for coaches moving forward.